So this morning in Grapevine, Texas, I am joined by Josh. Josh, what's your official title?
Director of Strategic Partnerships within Burst.
I think we are making a strategic partnership right now.
We are.
Yes.
Check us out.
So if you'll notice, like we have the Burst gear here, but look at that. What's happening, Josh? What are we gonna do?
We're gonna get on our tippy toes and go for a little jog.
Yep.
Down through this lovely trail in the Gaylord Texan.
So why did the running club come up? Like, whose idea? Were you guys just sitting around having a chat one day?
Originally, the running club came from when we organised the virtual 5K last October, I believe, and we saw how much movement we got within the community to get out and go for a run, and we thought it'd be great just to kind of snowball that into something else. So since then we've had another charity run where we supported I Go Pink, which is a breast cancer charity, and now I've got a few plans up my sleeve to get everyone back out and running. For me personally, I've always loved running. I've always gone out and done a marathon or a 10K or an obstacle race, and I think it's a great way just to get the community out, active, healthy, just one way to see the countryside. Yeah.
You're not expecting people to go out and run a marathon here.
No, not at all. For me, it's like, for me as a person, I've always found running as a way to clear your head, and it's a good way just to flush anything out the system. You sweat it out, and then you get a good endorphin rush and you feel good. So
yes, people were asking me, they're like, okay, you went out and had some beverages the night before. Why in the world would you want to get up and run? Like, how do you even have the energy for that? It's not easy.
It's possibly.
But I feel so much better when I do it.
Conquering that is just a mental battle. It's the toughest thing to do is just get out of bed when you're a bit hungover or a bit tired, feeling low, and put the shoes on. Once you get moving, there's nothing stopping you.
Right.
You can go for a mile, and then you can call it a day. But you've got the blood flowing through your body, and the endorphins are pounding, and you feel relieved. It's a bit of a stress relief.
And then you feel like, okay.
And then you feel stiff.
That's so balanced. Well, then the pain sets in.
Yeah.
Maybe a little ibuprofen.
Yeah. Then come.
So wait, let me ask you a question. I'm not sore usually the day after. It's the second day. Like, if I've really had a good run, it's the second day where I'm like, I feel like I'm 90. I'm not sure why I do this.
So that's what we call the
delayed
onset muscle soreness.
Yes.
It's the best thing to look forward to. Yeah.
And maybe the occasional Charlie horse in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But it's worth it. This is healthy. If you're feeling pain, you're not dead, right?
True.
At the very least, you're not dead yet.
No.
But no, I think you're right about the response to the running club. Even people that don't want to run, they're like, well, can I walk? Can we meet up with other Burst ambassadors and encourage each other?
So one of the key components was to bring more of a sense of community at a ground level. So if you're like, right, I know 10 Burst ambassadors or 3 Burst ambassadors in my local area, I just want to go out and hang with them. The aim of doing these sort of virtual runs is more about bringing the community back together, and whether it's a walk or a hike, at least you're out there, at least everyone's out there doing something.
Right.
And just moving those feet.
The app that we use is Strava.
Correct.
And how many people do we have? How many members
So
now?
we've got 85 members of Strava.
Okay.
And what's great is that you can go for an individual run, and then it'll log into essentially everyone who follows the Burst running page. You can see who's gone for a run. So I know there are quite a few active Burst ambassadors who actually is a couple putting in some serious distances each week.
Tabitha.
Yeah.
Let me give a shout out.
Tabitha and Kate Pulley, I believe. You guys are absolutely nailing it.
Yeah.
You're putting me to shame.
I know, and I'm like, I ran like a mile and a half.
Yeah.
No, but that's awesome because it helps encourage other people. Like, we don't want anybody to be intimidated by that.
No, and also that's a good thing because it shows that we've got such a good base of knowledge within the group. So if people are just wanting to ask questions, you know, you've got some good experienced running veterans out there who give you tips, whether it's, you know, training, nutrition, stretching. That's key.
Yes.
You want to pull them up.
I do recommend foam rollers.
Yeah.
Especially
Foam
for,
roller
it's always my
and-
calves.
And also, one thing that's great, which I've recently invested in, is a little, they're like an exercise band,
Yeah.
and you do a few glute exercises with those, and you'll notice a huge difference. You know, once your bum's warmed up, you know, you're good to go.
So yeah, we'll have to do some segments on that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, safety for runners and stretches and things like that.
I was never a big runner when I was at school. I tended to play more team and contact sports. But now, I think it was when I was at university. I've been at university for about 2.5 years, and I hadn't really exercised. I'd gone into the gym, but I just felt I needed to get back out there and do something that would challenge me. So at the time, and it still has it, my granddad was diagnosed with Parkinson's. So I thought, right, let's find a physical challenge that I can raise money for the Parkinson's charity. And so I signed up to a Tough Mudder back home, and which, for those who don't know, is a 12-mile obstacle race.
I've done it.
Yeah.
I've done it.
And
You come out
covered
just
in mud.
beat up, covered
Yeah.
in mud. It's so much fun. Mud in your teeth.
Yeah, things from climbing over walls to crawling under barbed wire to wading through muddy rivers and all sorts. Anyway, so I raised about £500 for the charity and completed this race, and this kind of it just got me into it. So from there, things slightly started to snowball out of control, and I found myself running in the Paris Marathon in 2017.
Oh, wow.
Raising money for Parkinson's, and that was phenomenal. It was probably the hottest day of the year, and I'd been training in English winter, and when we set out, it was probably about as hot as it is here in Texas, and I think it was like, you know, 100 odd degrees, and God, I struggled on that day. The heat just was what really got me. But I finished it in good time, and was happy having taken part and seen the city. But then, having now got a marathon under my belt, I thought, right, what's the next thing that's even crazier? So I signed up to an ultra marathon in the desert in Jordan, which was 6 marathons in 5 days, 250 kilometers. And I ran that. That was 6 months after the Paris Marathon. So I ran that back in 2017 and never looked back.
He's a badass.
Yeah.
Go Josh. High five.
Gosh.
That's crazy. That's awesome. So here we are. This is a half-mile loop.
Oh yeah?
And, you know, we're just going to represent as best we can. Is that a half mile?
No.
No way. That's
No
like
way.
a quarter probably.
I think that might be.
Maybe the walk from
400
over here. The signs are lying. So we're going to do a little jog. Probably not a lot. You know, we're on day 3 here in Texas. And it's midday, but wanted to just give you a little bit of information about the running club. That's what I loved about this burst community. And people like Josh and Brittany and Hamish is like they understand the value of surrounding yourself with people that are like-minded and helping inspire one another to be happy and healthy mentally and physically. So that's what we want to help do for you guys. So make sure to join the Burst Oral Care Running Club on Strava and give us kudos when we're running, and we'll do the same. All right, let's go for a jog. up,
back to
worked
it.
up a little sweat.
Look at these pits.
I know, yeah. Look, I even have, well, I don't have boobs. There's a little bit of underarm sweat there.
Yeah,
It's
not
good.
a thick cotton t-shirt for
I know.
Texas humidity is the right bit
This
of
is
kit.
not comfortable to me. Like, usually I'm wearing tiny little tank top.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Thank
normally.
God I'm from Florida. You wear a little tank top
I'm
too?
normally in a small vest.
Like-
Yeah, get the guns out.
A little half
Get
shirt.
a tan on. For those burst ambassadors who are keen to take on a challenge and raise money for charity early next year. Potentially the one I've earmarked is in Sri Lanka, so you'll be running through the jungle for 5 days.
Did he just say Sri Lanka? Oh my God.
Yeah. So, if all things go well, then we will have a few adventures lined up for everyone for the coming months.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Josh.
That's all right.
Josh.
Josh.
I like to have an accent. His name's Josh. Because it's hot out here. Does your lip do this when you get hot?
No.
No.
I tend to
That's
collect
good
sweat in my moustache, actually,
Yeah.
and that dribbles down. Lovely.
See, it's not pretty, folks, but it's healthy and it's for a good cause.